kind of liked from him on that defensive end spot to kind of get that snap increase?
Oh, I mean, obviously he's a do your job kind of guy, you know. I mean, that's what we preach around here is be the best at doing your job and be the most excited to play. You hear Coach Leach talk about it all the time, and he's one of those guys. So he's earned the right to be out there and get a lot of reps.
Vandy has announced that they're going to go with Mike Wright, more of a dual threat type quarterback. You know, how does that change your game plan a little bit when you have to consider him in the running game?
Oh, definitely. I think I would say he's the most athletic, dangerous runner we've faced at the quarterback position this year. Obviously, quite a bit of quarterback design runs, or at least options for him to keep it last week, and they do a good job of moving him, getting him out of the pocket. You know, so he has some options to throw the ball, but pull it down and run it. And so, I would say on every single play, right? You know, all 11 guys got to be aware of the potential danger he poses, and then they got a good running game and good skill receivers, so it creates a lot more one-on-one matchups everywhere else.
I asked Coach Phelps the same question, but we're seeing DeMonte Russell get a few more reps at defensive end. What have you seen from him as he starts to get more comfortable and learn that learning curve?
I don't know what Coach Phelps said, but I would say that's what I'm seeing. We're getting more comfortable, you know. It's very difficult to play fast and explosive when you're thinking, right? But as soon as you know what to do, it becomes second nature. Now your natural ability gets to shine through, and so that's showing up more and more. He did a couple good things. He still makes a mistake every now and then. We got to get corrected, but that's part of the growing process. Obviously, he missed a lot of reps last year, being out with the injury. So it's good to have him back and running around out here, and he's providing some much-needed depth.
Obviously, Pickering had more experience than DeMonte, but he seems to be having more fun and getting more comfortable out there.
Yeah, I really like, Pick and Cam Young are mainly our two inside guys at the nose position, and we feel like there's absolutely no drop-off from one to the other when they're out there. And so they're telling linebackers play better. We're going to put both of them out there.
When you have a running quarterback, how important is it to have a guy like Nathaniel Watson that can play sideline to sideline as opposed to tackle to tackle?
Yeah, you better be able to pursue the football, and you better have disciplined eyes. Obviously, Bookie's done a nice job at that Mike position. That typically should be your leading tackler, right? You're the middle linebacker in the middle of the defense. You're the guy who has the best opportunity to flow sideline to sideline, and he's a little faster than probably people give him credit for. So he's done a nice job, and he's going to have his work cut out for him this week.
The team talks a lot about the 24-hour rule. How hard is it to flush performances that I'm sure you're not happy with this season?
I think all you got to do is turn on the tape of the next opponent, and Manny, they drive down in kind of 4-minute mode. They end up kicking a field goal. They got a 6-point lead, and it takes a 2-minute drill, I believe, to pull out the victory for South Carolina. And so it doesn't take long to turn on the film and go, yeah, they got SEC scholarship football players on there, and they're fired up to get after us. And there's some things we put on tape that I'm sure they're looking at and going, hey, we got all kinds of opportunity to score points. And so it's not too hard to follow the 24-hour rule there.
Have you looked a lot at the game film from last year's game against Vanderbilt?
We've obviously looked at it because you're seeing similar, a lot of same guys played in it, but it's a different staff. So there's crossover. I mean, there's carryover among any team in college football scheme-wise, but it's certainly not this same scheme.